He was supposed to be the heir to the throne, the chosen one destined to inherit the world from Messi and Ronaldo. But when we look back on the career of Neymar Jr., it's hard not to feel a profound sense of what could have been. Is Neymar's story the greatest tragedy in modern football? Let's take a look. Our story begins in Brazil, where a skinny kid with lightning in his feet was making waves at Santos. This wasn't just any talent. This was generational. The flicks, the tricks, the audacious goals, he had it all. He was the crown jewel of Brazilian football, the next Pelé. He played with a joy and freedom that was infectious, scoring sensational goals and leading Santos to a Copa Libertadores title. The world was at his feet, and every major club in Europe wanted a piece of the magic. In 2013, he made the move to Barcelona. The world held its breath. How would this individual artist fit into a team with the ultimate master, Lionel Messi? The answer was beautifully. Alongside Messi and Luis Suarez, he formed the legendary MSN trio, arguably the greatest attacking force football has ever seen. They were unstoppable. In the 2014 to 2015 season, they conquered Europe, winning the treble. Neymar was central to it all, scoring in the Champions League final. He wasn't just a supporting actor. He was a star in his own right, finishing third in the Ballon d'Or. It seemed like the perfect script. He was learning from the best, winning everything, and preparing to take over the throne when the time was right. But the desire to be the undisputed king, to step out of Messi's shadow, was a powerful one. In the summer of 2017, the football world was shattered. Paris Saint-Germain activated Neymar's colossal €222 million release clause, making him the most expensive player in history. The move was a statement. He was leaving the comfort of Barcelona to build his own empire in Paris, to lead PSG to the Champions League glory they craved, and to win the Ballon d'Or on his own terms. This was his chance to prove he was the best. However, the Parisian dream quickly started to show cracks. While he dominated Ligue 1, putting up incredible numbers and dazzling crowds with his skill, the ultimate prize remained elusive. His time at PSG was plagued by injuries, often at the most crucial moments of the season. The metatarsal fractures became a recurring nightmare, sidelining him during key Champions League knockout stages. The team, built around him, would falter in his absence. Frustration grew, both for Neymar and the fans. There were moments of brilliance, of course. He led PSG to their first-ever Champions League final in 2020, but they fell at the final hurdle to a powerful Bayern Munich side. It was a heartbreaking moment. He was so close to validating his historic transfer, so close to achieving his ultimate goal, but it slipped through his fingers. The pressure was immense. The boy who played with so much joy at Santos now often looked burdened, frustrated with referees, opponents, and sometimes, even his own body. The smile we all fell in love with seemed to appear less and less. Off the pitch, controversies didn't help. Stories about his lifestyle and commitment were constant fixtures in the media. The perception shifted from a joyful prodigy to a divisive superstar. Was he more focused on parties than on football? It's a harsh narrative, and likely an unfair one for a player who, by all accounts, trained hard. But in the world of elite sports, perception often becomes reality. The injuries, the European failures, and the off-field drama all combined to create a narrative of unfulfilled potential. Then came the World Cups with Brazil. In 2014, on home soil, a brutal back injury in the quarterfinal ended his tournament and, in many ways, Brazil's hopes. We all remember the devastating 7-1 loss to Germany that followed. In 2018, he was criticized for his on-field antics more than he was praised for his play. In 2022, despite scoring a brilliant goal to equal Pelé's official record for Brazil, they crashed out to Croatia on penalties. 3 World Cups, 3 heartbreaks. The weight of a nation was on his shoulders, and each time, it ended in tears. In 2023, he left Europe for Saudi Arabia, joining Al Hilal. For many, this move signaled the end of his time at the very top of the sport. And then, in a cruel twist of fate, just a few games into his new chapter, he suffered a devastating ACL injury. It felt like a final, tragic blow. A career that once promised to redefine the sport was now facing another long, grueling recovery, far from the bright lights of the Champions League. So, is Neymar's career a tragedy? It's complicated. If you measure it by trophies, stats, and earnings, he is one of the most successful players of his generation. He won league titles in Spain and France, a Champions League, and is his country's all-time leading goal scorer. He's a legend of the game, no question. But the tragedy isn't about what he won. It's about what we all thought he would win. It's about the Ballon d'Or that never came, the World Cup that remained a dream, and the undisputed title of the best in the world that was never quite his. He was the bridge between the Messi-Ronaldo era and the next generation, but he never fully crossed it to claim the land for himself. Instead, players like Mbappe and Haaland have now emerged to stake their claim. The real tragedy might be the loss of that carefree joy. We saw glimpses of it, but the weight of the price tag, the pressure of a nation, and the constant battle with his own body seemed to slowly chip away at the kid from Santos who just loved to play. He gave us countless moments of unbelievable magic, moments that will live on in highlight reels forever. But when the final whistle blows on his career, we'll always be left wondering, what if? What if he had stayed at Barcelona? What if he hadn't gotten injured at those crucial moments? What if? Neymar's story is a powerful lesson. It's a tale of immense talent, immense pressure, and perhaps a touch of bad luck. He flew closer to the sun than almost anyone, but in the end, he didn't quite reach it. And that, for a player of his divine ability, feels like a tragedy. What do you think? Was Neymar's career a story of unfulfilled potential, or should we just celebrate the incredible player he was? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more football stories. See you next time.